Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Diane and my passion is painting and creating nature-inspired watercolours in my studio, which are easy for you to do too. I share all my paintings with you on YouTube, and on our website dianeantone.com you can find free downloadable sketches for all the videos to help you make the most of your painting journey. And if you'd like a little bit more, we also have channel memberships with loads of perks for you to enjoy. So welcome on board. Click subscribe and turn on notifications, and let's learn to paint watercolour. I've got a sheet of, this is Bockingford, £140 watercolour paper, nothing special, anything would do. And I'm going to do some backgrounds first of all for these herbal bookmarks. And I'm going to use a piece of paper, just ordinary copier paper, as a kind of mask for this part of the paper. And on this side I'm going to start off with some yellow, and I've got my big palette here with all my colours kind of spread out, so I can just pick up some yellow, and then using a toothbrush I'm just going to spray as a background some fine mist of colour like that. And that's number one. And then I'm going to move the mask along a little bit. And I'm just eyeballing this. There's no need to be too finicky about it. We'll have another piece of paper for a shield on the other side. We'll just put that up a little bit, pop that there. That shouldn't touch anything. So now we'll go for green. And you can practice your spattering here to your heart's content. More or less of it, and sometimes you want to do it gently, sometimes you might want to do it a bit more vigorously. So now we've got two, so we'll just mask that one off and just rinse the brush out a little bit. We'll pick up some blue. So if you need to make a lot of bookmarks and you want to do a whole bunch of herbal ones, this is quite a good way of sort of doing them in bulk. It's like batch cooking. A tiny touch more water. And we'll do a pink one. Sometimes you might get some bigger spots like that, which is quite nice. Now we're at the last one, so we've got yellow, green, blue, pink, and I think I'll pick up a little bit of violet. Be nice for a lavender one, perhaps. So there we are, that's that done. Next thing you have to do is make a cup of tea, wait for it to dry. And now, before I start painting, I'd like to take a moment to tell you about Skillshare, who are sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an online learning platform with thousands of great classes to choose from. The great thing about Skillshare for me is that once I've become a member, I can take as many classes as I want with no extra payments to make. All Skillshare classes are ad-free, and there are new classes every week. And this month I'd like to share with you a lovely class by Ekta Chowdhury, an expert gardener who delightfully shares her knowledge and skills in her video Indoor Gardening. There are so many reasons to join Skillshare, and I encourage you to use our unique link, as the first 1,000 people to use the link will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. And now, let's get started. Now, there's more than one way that you could proceed from here, depending on what you feel like doing. I've drawn a line down here to indicate the edge of my particular bookmark. Just sit down. And I've got a tracing here. You can download this from the internet if you want. These three that I did a little while ago. This is lavender, oregano, and echinacea. And I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to draw this one. I'm going to put echinacea on here, and I've got a 0.5 Stettler pigment liner here, and I'm just going to draw in outline first of all the flower. Just kind of scribble lines like that. And then we'll do some leaves. Just a variety of long, thin leaves. whatever the fancy takes you. Like that. Doesn't have to be any particular arrangement, just whatever you fancy. So having done that, then you can do lots of different things. You could, if you wanted to, you could pick up a colour, say like pink, and you can just drop a kind of splash of colour on top of the flower in a sort of irregular way. And then you might pick up some green. If you used, opaque green, so like gouache, it will easily go over the pink. But if you want a kind of translucent effect, just use your ordinary watercolor and you'll get a little bit of the color of the pink coming through, but not too much. And then just color the stem a little bit. And there we are, Bob's your uncle. You have a floral bookmark. The second one that we could do here, if you want, you can put the line in. It sort of gives you a little bit of an idea of where your limit is. You can rub that out afterwards, of course. And let me see, for this one, maybe we'll do the oregano. So for that one, we just need a long, straight, almost straight stem. And then we're going to put some side branches out. And if your pen, like this one, is a little bit old, you'll get a really nice irregular, I think it's really nice anyway, line. It won't be a dead even, straight. It will be somewhat broken. That's the word I'm looking for, broken line. So we just arrange our leaves like this on these little side branches. Put a few more in as you go down. You'll find that the more I've found anyway, the more the more of these I've done, the quicker you get at it, oddly enough. So try and make them different sizes like they are in reality. Maybe bend some of the side stems to the side a little bit. It's just fun doing this. And then we need some little flowers. Well, they're not flowers. They are flowers, but they're just dots. And this is where your technique of embellishment could come in if you want. You could do this in gold. Or just in black, and sometimes I use a brown pen. And then if you want to grab a thinner pen, you can do little stems to join these together. You don't have to do that though. This is a 0.05. Just join those because, little clusters. Then we pick up our brush again and we're going to come in with a nice green. And the benefit of having all your colours in the middle of your big palette is that you can just pick up so many colours and it's so available to you. And I know this is a traditional way of setting up a watercolour palette, and the trend at the moment is away from tradition. And the millennial generation who don't tend to watch me anyway, so that's okay. But they tend not to want to do anything the way their parents did it. That's always been like that, I suppose. Until you get to a certain age and you realise that actually the older generation have already invented the wheel and you don't need to. But, you know, that's up to you. Yeah, so, and then what am I going on about? Oh yeah, it's a good idea to have one of these big palettes. So then, because it just makes it easier, we'll just put some more orange on top of these berries. Sort of indicate the fact that there's life going on there. And keep it nice and light. Nice and easy. Isn't there a song? Nice and easy does it. Yeah, a bit down the middle, perhaps. If you feel that you need a few more berries anywhere to balance it, just pop some more in. Try not to do that. That's what happens when you put ink into something wet. So there we are, there's number 2. Slightly different. And I'm going to scoot down to this one, down this end, because this is a nice lavendery background. So we'll just do 3 today, I think, for the video. And let's grab our thicker pen. That's the thin one, this is the thicker one. And we can do some stems of lavender. And we've already got the lavender flower pretty much in place for those 2. And in fact for that one. Now lavender, this is, I think, French lavender. It has the leaves come in little clusters. Like that, going up the stem. Together. And then the flowers are just kind of little things like that. Put one down here. Very, very easy. So now we'll grab some greyish green for the leaves, like this. If it picks up a little bit of what's underneath, that's okay too. Because the idea of this is they're very supple and sort of Victorian looking, kind of, what's the word, vintage, kind of vintage appeal. And then we'll pick up some dark lavender colour and just drop in some dots all the way down those flowers. There's no need for any fine pen control, no need for anything that requires any skill. It's just the idea. Maybe this one I might put a little bit more. It's up to you how much detail you put. A bit more like that. And then you could come in for these flowers and give them another little dash and a dot. So there we are, 3 elegant vintage style bookmark efforts. And we've got a blue one and a green one. I might do those off camera and put them on at the end of the video. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. I need to go and see to a leak. It suddenly started to rain and I think there might be some water coming through the roof. So bear with me and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye everybody. Bye bye.